Well, that's nice though. Thank you, Schmuck. Thank you. I know I get to listen to you the rest of the day, don't I? You're so incompetent and imbecile, I might actually get to enjoy my day, but that's not the case ever, is it? Nah, 13 months going on 14. Yeah, fucking lovely. That's lovely. Thank you. Nice when you don't work a job and you don't really do much of fuck. You can still find a way to fucking torment your neighbor, right? Lovely. I think it's pretty great. You're not making them lose jobs and you're just depriving them of sleep or just driving them insane. No. You know, every step has to be a stomp. And when you use something, you got to make sure you slam it on the floor, you drag it, or I know, yeah, yeah. Like you should live up there above somebody. Like you're out in the middle of a fucking country and you can make all the noise you want. You're absolutely right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're not in the middle of a town or nothing, living above somebody. No, no, no. Why would you have that mindset at all, right? That's fucking ridiculous, right? I know. Real cherry on top of it all is you don't work, so you just do it all day. Like it's like, yeah, that's the real cherry on top of it, though. Of course, the holidays, well, you get the rest of your family there to make even more noise. Yeah, hurts every day though. I just think it's weird myself that we moved in back in July of 24, and you didn't start your stomping and shit until around September. So that's kind of weird though. It's just been every day since. Even funnier, out of the 3 workplaces I've been in the past year, they're all quieter at work than it is here, which is kind of weird because one was a warehouse with fucking forklifts going by and honking and shit, and it was still more peaceful than it was here. Of course, you don't have somebody dragging and slamming and stomping all the time, right? No. So it's kind of fun to come home, not be able to sleep, only to go back, try and work 12 more hours, and it's like, yeah, it was fun. More peaceful and quiet there, more suitable to sleep than it would be here. The other one was a 310T technician there, and I was like, yeah, no, even that. Sometimes they're hammering something, but it's still nothing like somebody stomping back and forth for a while. I gave up on sleep for the day, so because I mean I know that's not gonna happen. All there really is sitting here talk to myself, staring at a fucking wall. You have to try and watch TV until well you start stomping around and shit. Again, even if I try to watch a 20-minute show, it's like it's usually interrupted 3 or 4 times. So, geez. Whoever has to live underneath you next, though, they'll have no problem with your noise or when it goes on. They'll have no problem with doors being slammed or your son rolling his bicycle down the stairs there. Yeah. Probably more than welcome to stomping across the floor just whenever the slamming. They'll probably really look forward to the holidays, I'm sure of it. Yeah. Anytime there's a holiday, my God. I said yesterday or the other day that Thanksgiving, it don't sound like a Thanksgiving meal, it sounds like a party. I think I truly misspoke because I've been to parties, right? And, yeah, no, most parties, it's like usually people sitting or standing around talking, maybe having a few drinks or something. Usually it's not just all sorts of stomping and banging and, no, no. I have seen a few parties like that, but those are usually like the people that other people consider animals, like the people they don't want to invite to their parties. Like you might go to their party, but you're not going to invite them to your party. Like, yeah, even if you go to their party, you probably won't stay the whole entirety of it. Like you'll go see who's there, maybe have a couple drinks, and be like, we should go somewhere else. Unless you're one of those people. Like, yeah, I know this place is perfect. I know if you search the world over though, and I don't think you have to go too far. Like you could go next door, you could go up the street. But you could pretty much ask anybody, would you be okay with hearing just random stomping throughout the day and banging and slamming? Would you be okay with that? And would you be okay if a whole family did it? And most people would tell you no, straight up, honestly. Some people might, well, I'd be okay with a little, like they might try to split hairs or try to, but it's like, no, if they had to listen to you, like I've listened to you for the last 14 months, fuck. Yeah, most people wouldn't be so cool with it. I mean, you weren't even cool with it when I threw a shoe at the ceiling and you were stomping around at 12:30 at night. Remember? Remember how much you shit your pants and then you threatened me and then lied that you threatened me? Like, you threatened me right to my fucking face. No, I did. Dude, I just fucking heard you with both of my fucking ears. I was looking right at you. And it's like, you couldn't even stand a fucking shoe hitting the ceiling and trying to, no, you're threatening my family. You're threatening my family. Motherfucker, you wouldn't even be smart enough to know if somebody was threatening you, obviously. If you think that was threatening, then what the fuck do you think all the noise you make on a daily basis is? You don't think it's disturbing or disrupting, then it must be threatening, right? Just by your own fucking knowledge, must be fucking threatening then. But no, when you sit there and tell somebody that you're gonna kick their fucking ass, that's a threat. You tell somebody you're gonna kick their door in and cave their head in, that's a fucking threat. When you stand outside their door and fucking you're half drunk and shit trying to call them out, that's threatening. But if you think me throwing a shoe at a ceiling is threatening, what the fuck do you think all your shit is over the past year? But like I say, whoever's next, I'm sure they're just going to be totally cool with it, right? Probably. Sure. No. I just wonder how many tenants have to come and go before it's decided, well, maybe they are too loud. I just honestly wonder. Like I say, when I have to start my day or begin my day at 6:30, 7 in the morning, and pretty much start it from there every day, even though that's not what my schedule requires, I think it's a problem. Not my wife, it's not my kid, hey, it's not even my fucking household overhead. So it's like I shouldn't have to try and adjust my schedule to live by all the fucking noise you're gonna make. Shouldn't have to. Just common sense, really, but doesn't seem that's something you possess any of or very much of, if any. Now, if you look into that reasonable enjoyment thing, I'm pretty sure yours is not supposed to interfere with someone else's, right? And it's like, yeah, no, so what? I didn't have a fucking meal. Hey, I was still trying to enjoy the day of solemnity, like supposed to be a solemn day, Thanksgiving. Remember the bond we made with the Native Americans and all that shit, right? And it's like, I could sit down here and fucking just enjoy myself. Could have. Not any more than I could any other day. In fact, it actually less. Yeah. I know I'm a stupid piece of shit, right? And I'm only one person. So I've never had Thanksgiving. I've never cooked a Thanksgiving dinner. I've never done nothing because you know fuck all about me. And this is what I live alone. So I must have never done nothing. And I'm as stupid as a fucking baby born yesterday, right? Must be, right? I'll tell you, any fucking Thanksgiving dinner I've been to in my 45 years of living wasn't fucking as loud as any fucking Thanksgiving you've had, and I've been present for 2 of them now. I'm looking forward to the holidays that are coming up. Christmas, boy, oh boy. Let me tell you, that was a lot of fun there that third week of fucking December. Just a blast. Noise never really stopped. Like, but then again, too, right? I've never partaken of Christmas or celebrated, so it's like, yeah, no, I just want to understand how loud Christmas is supposed to be. I wouldn't understand how just because somebody lives above you, that doesn't mean that they're supposed to try and keep noise at a respectable level. Like, I mean, a trade in the fucking lease, right? Or is it just we interpret the word respectable in levels at different meanings? Because, I don't know, slamming a door about 7 in the morning, really anytime. But it seems to be like a daily thing. At least a few times a day, we gotta slam that fucking door before we fucking run down the stairs. Or else we'll run up the stairs, and then once we get in, we'll slam the door. And it's like, that seems pretty respectable. Most of the damage is already done now, anyways. You cost me 2 jobs. It wound up fucking up my social assistance I was receiving. And even after you lose the jobs and you've made some, like, yeah, it created a whole fucking mess. And it's like, but it's like, and now we're to the point where I'm supposed to have so much money for them by the end of the month and shit. It's like, yeah, no, the damage is already done. I'll probably be gone. But I just look forward to it because I already know in my mind, no one in their right mind is going to be, oh, I don't know, it's cool. I like the way they just stomp through the fucking house whenever they walk. Or if that's not enough that they just stomp back and forth, well, you hear it down at one end for a while, then they'll come bring it to this end. Then they'll stomp back down at that, and you'll hear some more banging and shit down there. It's a real treat. And it don't matter which fucking room you sit in because that's what I mean. You do it in just about every fucking room, right? It's not like we're in a big mansion or anything anyway. I do think, hey, so they'll probably start to get pissed off, after they pour money into the place because they're going to want to fix it up. So, and then they won't be able to keep a fucking tenant in it. The only reason I tried to stay was because, hey, I'd already been here for 16 years, 17 years, right? Yeah. But it's like, yeah, you get anyone to move in, oh, they might try to do it for a month or two, maybe even a few months. But it's like, yeah, good luck getting them to stay beyond a year because, I mean, even if they kept the rent at the price it is now down here, guarantee you couldn't get somebody to move in tomorrow and get them to stay till like fucking the new year. I guarantee you couldn't. Having to listen to your shit every day, you just couldn't. I know it. I know it for a fucking fact. Like I said, I would have moved if I hadn't already been here for 16 fucking years. Like I moved in and you were already living upstairs making that noise. By the end of the month, I probably would have moved out already. But then again, that's how Sneaky Ace is too, right? Like they'd probably put up quite a fucking bit of an argument about getting the last month's rent back. So that's what I mean. You're not gonna get anybody like having to listen to that just whenever the fuck you want to make noise. You got a family down here, and they're gonna want to have their holidays and celebrate and shit. And it's like they know, probably not. But that's in the future, so you don't have to imagine that yet, do you? No. Then you just got one person down here who you think, well, they're one person, they don't matter. They're a piece of shit because, well, they're one person, so they don't matter. So they must be a piece of shit, right? That's how it's perceived. Seems to be. But it's like once you get one family down here, well, like pretty more of a problem. But like I say, I think you're gonna get quite a few tenants passing through after. I honestly do. I would go as far to say even if they're deaf, even if they're fucking deaf, like they cannot hear a sound, I bet you it'll lead into a problem because I mean, dude, you can feel when you stomp, you can feel when you slam the door. Like I mean, lovely, lovely. That's what I mean. There's always more of it. Like, don't matter if I kept talking or not, you'd still start stomping again anyways. It could be a stomp or a thud or there's gonna be something. Like there just always is. So much for the only time you'll ever hear me is when my grandkids are over. Yeah, I know. Gotta be, if not every couple seconds, every couple minutes. Normal people living noises, you should have to hear your neighbor probably at least 1,000 minutes of the 1440 in a day. Funny or two, whoever will be here next, because I'm sure Cheryl Cadio is going to tell them how you're such good people, right? And it's like they're gonna move in and they're gonna, I don't know. Will they even get to be here for a whole day before you start your stomping and shit though, I wonder, and slamming doors and will the next tenants even get to be here for a day before you start that shit or I just wonder because I know when they come, Cheryl comes and whoever, whatever that's with them that wants to rent the place is interested in seeing it. You'll probably be quiet then because Cheryl will probably give you a heads up, right? I'm gonna be showing the place at this time tomorrow around 2 o'clock, and it's like, yeah, you'll probably be dead quiet or not even there to make sure you don't make a noise, right? And the next tenant will move in, and like I say, will you even give them a day? I kind of feel bad for whoever it is, but it's like, yeah, it's also kind of funny because I know I've been listening to it for this long, and yeah, it's funny. I think someone will put down a first and last month's rent, move in here, and have to listen to your shit. Then they'll realize how they fucked themselves. Well, I presume, I don't know. Where the fuck I'll be, but you know, wherever it is, it probably won't happen to be listening to fucking people stomp and bang overhead and be just inconsiderate pieces of shit.